Good morning. Welcome to our mindful momentum moment. This is where we check in midweek, most weeks, to see where you might be able to gain a little awareness about where momentum might be dipping. Midweek is often a time when we feel that dip. So, first of all, say hello if you happen to be here live. Or if you catch it later, just pop a note in the comments, say hi, let me know that you watched. It really helps me to know if this topic is hitting with people or if we need to pivot to something else that would support you better. So today, specifically, we're talking about 3 signs you're taking misaligned action. And this topic is related to what we're focusing on in the Mindful Momentum box this month. All month long in March, we're talking about aligned action. What does that mean? It means that the action we're taking, usually toward goals or in our business, is aligned with what matters most. So, if you're someone who's doing a 90-day plan or something similar, or 90-day goal, then those actions you're taking or the tasks you're choosing to put on your to-do list should be directly in alignment with that 90-day goal. Could be a monthly goal, could be a weekly goal, but I'm just going to use 90 days for an example, but the time frame doesn't really matter. What matters is that we are choosing what we're doing on purpose, intentionally, mindfully, so that we can make sure that we're putting our energy, our time, and our effort toward that goal. Okay, so here are 3 signs that perhaps your actions are not in alignment with your overall goal. Item 1, or sign number 1, is when your to-do list feels heavy before you even start. So tell me if you feel this way. Do you wake up in the morning or start your week feeling like, ugh, this to-do list just feels never-ending, very heavy, very overwhelming, and you feel like you're behind before you even begin? That's sign number 1. Sign number 2, you're doing tasks that you should be doing, not because they matter. So maybe it's because someone told you you should do it, a business coach, a webinar you watched, your spouse, your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever, someone else in your life is telling you you should be doing this. And so you add it to your list. Or you think you should be doing it because someone else in business is doing it. And suddenly, all these little things add up. You thought you had a 90-day goal and a plan, but then little things creep in, all these other shoulds, like, oh, well, maybe I should start a podcast or a YouTube channel or grow my Instagram account. And it's like, no. What we're practicing with our members this month is pausing, asking yourself, does this actually matter? Is this in alignment with my overall goal? So if you feel like you're doing it just because you should, someone told you to, or someone else is doing it, that's a sign you're taking misaligned action. And then sign number 3 is that you're constantly switching priorities. And I will tell you that this resonates with me. Right now, I feel we all go through this, by the way. We're not immune. No business owner, no coach, no human is immune from these struggles, okay? And so I have felt this pull to switch priorities lately. And there's always something underneath that, right? There's like fear, or you're questioning yourself, or there's doubt, or lack of self-trust or confidence. And so if you feel like one week or one day your priority is, to grow your offer, your coaching practice, your subscription, your membership, and the next day your priority is like, oh no, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. And you're just constantly shifting. That's a sign that it's misaligned, because if our action is aligned with our overall goal, We won't feel that tug. I mean, we'll feel the tug, but we'll be able to pause, which is what we're practicing all month long. The pause, become aware of what's going on. I became aware of this yesterday. I was feeling this way myself. I'm like, whoa. Me breathe long enough to realize where my thoughts are, what my mindset is doing, how I'm feeling about my business, so that I can take aligned action again. So I can decide, okay, what was my goal? Right? So when we're ready to redirect ourselves, we'll notice that aligned action feels different. It won't feel as overwhelming. We won't feel as heavy. I mean, not that it'll be perfect in rainbows, like, don't get me wrong, but you'll feel like, okay, I know what I should. No, I'm not going to use that word. I know what I want to be doing right now. I've already decided. I've set a goal. I know what it is for the next 90 days. And the action I'm taking all support that goal. And I've decided ahead of time. And for us in the Mindful Momentum box, we decide that every week. We think of our top 3. What's connected to that overall goal? So, what's one small way, as we wrap up here today, that you can reconnect and align yourself with that goal this week? What's just one? All right. When things feel heavy and overwhelming, my biggest tip is always to start small, start simple, start in an easy way. So, what's one way to reconnect and align your action with your overall goal? And a sub question then related to that would be, what's one thing on your to-do list that might not need to be there this week? Okay, so this is Wednesday. If you're watching live or the same day, it's Wednesday. There is still plenty of time this week to decide this for yourself and create that mindful momentum. So what's one thing on your list right now that might not actually need to be there? Remove it, pause it, and instead choose intentionally what you are going to focus on for the remainder of the week. There's still plenty of time to make some progress. Reset yourself. Let me know if I can support you. Post here in the comments. Get on the wait list for the Mindful Momentum box. We will be opening again soon. Right now we're in the middle of March, like I said, which is aligned action. Next month there will be a new theme, a new focus, so that we can grow in these little areas of, professional development and business growth. Each month we're going to build on our skills. Okay. So if any of that resonates and that's support you need, let me know. I'll drop the waitlist here. Or coaching, one-to-one coaching is available. I do one-on-one sessions over Zoom, and I also have pocket coaching, which is great if you have limited time, fluctuating energy, unpredictable schedules. Pocket coaching is asynchronous, meaning we don't have to be in the same place at the same time to coach on these topics. So if you're interested in that, I have multiple ways we can work together. I'm here for you. And if you have a question, just pop it in the comments and I'll be sure to follow up with you, okay? So this week, there's plenty of time. Let's align our actions with our goals. And at the end of the week, let's celebrate the progress we've made, okay? I'll check back in with you then. And until then, have a great Wednesday, have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon.